We're live on all three platforms. We're live, we're alive, we're alive. Instagram, TikTok, and the all-important YouTube. I keep beating your ass, Instagram. I'm sorry. Y'all keep falling. I keep dropping you. Do you think general, or specific money affirmations are better? If you're resistant to manifesting money, if in your mind you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get this money? Then make it generic. That's how I manifested getting out of my 9 to 5. And then once I kind of knew where the money was going to come from and I was less resistant to it, I went more specific. Hi, Kailash. My most favorite celebrity is live. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm really feeling in my element. I'm so excited for this live. I'm excited to hang out with you. I'm going to let you know how all of this is going, like how we're starting the live and the structure of the live. Hi, Girl Power. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited. Okay. What is the structure of this live? First of all, I am going to get into the Sabbath State. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Then I will be putting my makeup on because I'll be filming a YouTube video. I'm not sure what the YouTube video is going to be about just yet. I need to be like perfectly in the middle. And also I need to hang my leather jacket because we are not about being messy on this channel. No, we are not. Hose for Jesus Christ. Gotta love that one. Oh, Mishka says hi. Hi, Canada. Good evening. Okay, and so after I do my makeup, I will just be hanging out with you guys, and throughout this whole time, I will be answering questions when I see them. I will be giving you more attention after I finish talking about the Sabbath State. But first and foremost, before anything, we're going to be opening up my energy drink. Oh my God, shock and horror. It is not ghost. It is not a ghost. So this is BSC. I've had this before and I don't think that it's given me like a big impression because I don't really remember. But I don't think I've had the grape one before, so I'm really excited to try the grape. Really, really excited. Your videos work like magic to me. I love your channel so much. Thank you so much. That makes me so, so happy. My cat says hi. Hi, Lou. Oh, yeah, this is good. This is pretty good. The grape ghost is better. But this is pretty good too. All right. Before I get into the Sabbath State, finally financially free, my money course is closing in 3 days. Double check my Instagram stories to see the actual official countdown, but it is about 3 days. AEDT, 9th of April, midnight. Or no, sorry, like 11:55 p.m. I'm shutting that boy down. So I would highly recommend for you to get in now because it is going to be closed for a while. It is my money course. It is literally going through how I went from working my 9 to 5. I actually used this process manifesting a job when I was in uni as well. This is fail proof. This has helped me time and time again. And it helped me manifest stability within my business. It helped me manifest my business. And very recently, it helped me move from 10K month to 30K month within 2 weeks. So if you want to know how I did that, I would highly recommend for you to enroll in the FFF course, Finally Financially Free. The link is in the pinned comment on YouTube in the live comment section, and it is the first link in the description on YouTube, and also it is the one and only link in my bio on my Instagram and TikTok story. So, okay. What the Sabbath state actually is. The Sabbath state is when you get into the state so well that you know without a shadow of a doubt that it is yours, it is coming to you. So you feel very calm, you feel very peaceful, and you are naturally not fazed by your 3D reality. It's laughable to you because you know the truth in your being, like, very, very well. Like, you just know that it's coming to you in a short amount of time. That is essentially what the Sabbath state is. It is you are in a reality now where you have your manifestation. And even if you don't see it right now in this right now current moment, it is actually coming to you. And you know that with such certainty that nothing will shake you, will affect you. And it gets to a point where it becomes self-affirming and you don't like have to force yourself really to get yourself in the state. It is just like a calming relief, like, this feels so good, this feels so amazing. That is what the Sabbath state is. Let's see exactly what Neville Goddard, let's read it together. What did Neville Goddard have to say about what the Sabbath state is? The Sabbath is the rest that follows creation. In the Bible, God created the world in 6 days, then rested on the seventh, the Sabbath. Neville said the Sabbath is not a day of the week, it's a state of mind, a psychological rest. It's like you feel so much relief that you don't need to manifest anymore because you're just naturally living as the person who has their manifestation. And not you're living as the person like you're faking it, but you really are just that person who has their manifestation. So the way that he describes is you create your imagination. It's like 6 days of work. You imagine having your desire, you feel it real, you assume it's done as much as possible throughout the day or whenever you think about your manifestation. And then on the 7th day, you rest. It's not meant to be taken literally, like for 6 days you're meant to manifest, and on the 7th day you rest. It's you get into the state nonstop until you get into that Sabbath state. But I want to take it further than that, and I say that you should be doing that up until you see your manifestation in your 3D. But the Sabbath state is a good way to gauge how confident you feel with your manifestation. Do you feel relief and calm in the knowing that you have your manifestation now, where you don't need to check, where you laugh at your 3D if it's saying something other than what it is in your mind, right? So once you assume your desire is done in imagination, you stop. I don't agree with that, but I like that explanation of the natural calm feeling that you don't have to force anything. It's just done, right? That is the Sabbath state. It's that time between imagining and receiving. So you've done it so well and so clearly that it just feels like you don't need to do anything anymore because you're already living it in your right now current reality. You know that the creation is finished. Right? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know that you're in the Sabbath state? Well, the best telltale sign is you feel an inner calm inside of you. There is this knowing. Was just listening to your subliminals. Hi, Sati. I love that. You feel calm. You just know that it is done in this right now, current moment. So there's no need to check. There's no need to question. Oh, thank you so much for the heart. There's no need to worry. You feel full. It's like a bodily feeling. Like you feel full bodily relief. That in this right now, current moment, I have it. I don't care what none of you say. I don't care what I see in my 3D. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Those doubting thoughts don't even come like cross your mind because you just know that it is already done, right? That is how you know that it's done. You stop, you feel calm, you stop questioning, and you don't care what the 3D shows you because you know that eventually, somewhere along the line, very pretty close, it shouldn't be like 6 months, it's going to come. So there's nothing else that I need to do. And that alone will get you your manifestation. But you need to get into the Sabbath state first before reaping the rewards and the benefits of the Sabbath. And I don't give a shit. I want to go further and say you should be manifesting even if you feel calm and you don't want it anymore or whatever, because it's like it's not here yet. So you may as well just keep on doing it, keep on embodying that feeling that you have right now until it comes. Like, why the hell not? You want it so bad. Why wait? Why do anything but continue to embody until you receive your manifestation? Why the Sabbath state is important is because the opposite of Sabbath is obsessing. Why obsessing isn't a viable option for the law of assumption? Being obsessed with your desire is good, but being obsessed with the 3D results and putting that on a pedestal, that's what I mean when I say obsessed, is not good. It's very, very, very not good. Fake it till you make it, Sati says. To be Delulu is the Salulu. Yeah, kind of. But yeah, like you deep down, you know that you don't have it. Like, you're not crazy. Your hair looks good. Thank you. You're not crazy, but at the same time, you are trying to emulate that feeling or of I have it right now, and you want to bring yourself back to it. So even if you know that you don't technically have it now, it's like, well, I know that it's going to come anyways because I'm just embodying it. There is nothing you can't manifest to be. So when you're obsessing over where is it in the 3D, that is a lack of faith. That means that you are not in the Sabbath state and you are not going to get your manifestation because you're not in the reality where you have it. You haven't embodied that feeling. You haven't consistently stayed in that reality long enough for you to not give a shit about the 3D. It's not going to manifest if you're consistently asking, where is it in the 3D? Right? That's why the Sabbath state is important. You want to get into that Sabbath state feeling because it's quiet, it's calm. You cannot care less about what you're seeing in the 3D because you know that it's going to come. At least at the latest, it's like, at the worst, you know that it's going to come soon. But the more that you can get into the state and constantly remind yourself, it is already done, it is already done, it is already done, the faster it's going to come to you. So what's the opposite of it is already done? Where is it? The opposite of it's already done is where is it? The opposite of it's already done is where is it? I'm going to say it one last time. The opposite of it's already done is where is it? It's already done is the Sabbath state. Where is it is lack of faith state, obsessing state, lack mentality state, I don't have it state. Love you, Rita. Your videos help me out a lot. You're the best. Thank you, V. Hi, Arwen. So, what is the difference between persisting and forcing? Because you know that I always tell you, is robotic affirming really a fail-proof technique? Yes, it is. Because robotic affirmations build the neural pathways in your mind. It's scientifically proven. If you think about, Mishka just really wants to be in, like, the star of the show. I love it. She's always in my lives. It makes me so happy. I'm getting a little bit sidetracked here with the robotic affirming, but persisting versus forcing. Forcing is when your main state is where is it? And you're desperate for it to come. And desperation can be good if you use it to your advantage, meaning you feel desperate, you set that as an alarm clock for your inner self to remind yourself that actually, no, it's already done. And you get into that feeling, you insert yourself there in a visualization, or you affirm it to yourself and really feel as though right now this is the truth. But forcing is I always say this, and I say this in the Finally Financially Free course, it's not the action that you take, it's the energy behind that action. Because two people can do one action, and depending on the energy, it's going to produce different results. For example, if your energy is excited to post a YouTube video, it's going to produce good results. If you're doing it in a desperate way where, oh my God, I need to do this to get more subscribers. I need to do this to get more sales. I need to do this to get more views, to go viral, to be more popular than this person, to be, to flex on these people. And it's not like from a place of empowerment, or your energy is just in the wrong place, then it's going to produce it's going to produce worse results than if you just came at it and was like, oh my God, I'm so excited, I'm so happy, I'm gonna film a YouTube video, right? Two actions. So true, you don't need to lift a finger if you don't feel. Exactly. So persisting and forcing, kind of the same action, but the energy behind it is different. Forcing is like, fuck, I don't have it. I need to affirm as much as possible so I can get it. What the fuck? And you're doing it in like a very restless way where you think that I have to do these techniques, and if I don't do them, then I'm not going to get my manifestation. Versus when you're persisting, you just know the law. You know the law of assumption, and you know that when I embody the state, when I embody the person who, or not even the person and not even the version of you, when you embody right now having your manifestation period, like, how would it feel? How would it feel when I make $100,000 a month? I feel relief. I'm buying this, I'm buying that. I feel expansion. I feel freedom. And you're really stewing in that and going deep into that narrative. And persistence is just like professionally and without any emotion, putting in that action, putting in that work, putting in that discipline until it comes into your reality, because you know that when I am consistently bringing myself back into the state, it's going to manifest in my 3D reality. You know what I mean? Thanks for the follow, Claire. Right? Does that make sense? Does everyone understand the difference between persisting and forcing? And so that's how you stop checking the 3D for proof. Manifestation coaches say, stop checking the 3D for proof. 3D is trash. Circumstances don't matter. But they don't tell you how to do it. They don't say that once you get into that Sabbath state, once you get into the knowing of, I have this right now, what the fuck do I look like checking the 3D when it's going to be in my reality because I've put it in the work. I've embodied the state so much then that it has no other choice but to come to you. You don't need to lift a finger. Neville Goddard says, you think you can do something, you want to do something, but really you must do nothing in the fulfillment of your desires. It just comes naturally to you. Hi, Claire. That makes perfect sense. Thank you. So it's not like you're sitting there and you know, your car breaks down and it's another thing that you have to pay, and that's your 3D, and you're like, fuck, but this YouTuber told me circumstances don't matter, so let me not give a fuck about this circumstance and nervous system regulate and blah, blah. It's more like, okay, well, yeah, this thing sucks. Hi, Willis from Italy. Good morning from Italy. That is so wholesome. I love that. Good afternoon from Sydney, Australia. Willis, I'm going to Italy in September with Stan. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Okay. Anyways, I love Italy so much. Hi from Greece. Hi, Julie from Greece. I always watch you on YouTube. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate that. Apparently I'm 1% Ionian. And I only found that out like a month ago. So when you look at the car breaking down and you're in the Sabbath state, it's like, okay, well, haha, that's not going to be a problem because I'm going to be financially free. When you're financially free, you're just like, you don't even think about it. It's just like, you stop understanding the concept of money. It's actually kind of scary, but in like a good flexy way. You're like, $400 for a car repair? Okay, that's like $4 to me. What? Like, and so it's not like you are kind of convinced that you have it now. It's more like, I already know how this feels so much, and I've lived in that in my mind for so long that it has no choice but to come to me. And you change. You yourself change because you choose to live in the reality in your mind. That's why Neville Goddard says imagination creates the reality. Because no fucking matter what, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what you see in the 3D, if you are thinking of your desire and bringing yourself back to, I have it now, let me live in that for a moment. How would it feel? What would I be doing? The more you live in that imagination, the faster it comes to you, the faster you become, you get into the Sabbath state, and you don't give a shit about the 3D because you're already living in it in your imagination. You know it's gonna come to you because it changes your identity on a cellular level, because you're not of this earth anymore. You're you are consistently in the reality where you have your desire. Does that make sense? I'm doing the list method right now. I need motivation. Rewatch my list video, girl. I have nothing else to give you apart from that video. There are so many fucking success stories in that in that video, girl. Go rewatch it. I know you've watched it because you're talking to me about the list method. So I talk about getting into the state in module 6 of Finally Financially Free, living as your wealthy self. Finally Financially Free does close in 3 days, April 9th at around 11:55 p.m. I would get in on it now because it's going to be closed for a while. We have payment plans, $177 every 2 weeks for 8 payments, and you have it forever. And I will be adding more and more things to it, or $1,288 full price. If you pay full price, you get a brand spanking new, I mean, this is mine, but you get a brand spanking new, it's already done notebook with a channeled message and a signature from me. 24 hours of video content, 100 plus of the best money affirmations, 7 meditations, PDFs, homework assignments. What more do you want from me? That is linked in the pinned comment on YouTube, and it is in the link in my bio on TikTok and on Instagram to enroll. It closes down in 3 days, meaning you cannot enroll anymore after 3 days. We have so many testimonials. We have so many people already impacted by it, and they're only on like module 1 and module 2. So it's kind of scary to think where they'll be at the end of it. So get yourself in on it and be with those people and take a read. I mean, the testimonials speak for themselves. Take a look at the testimonials on the sales page. Everything is there. All right. Does anyone have questions for me about the Sabbath state, living in the state of the wish fulfilled, or my Finally Financially Free course? My list is like 100 fucking things long, but I lost your list method sub. Need to loop it when I sleep. Yeah, just YouTube search Rita YouTube search is your best friend. Rita Kaminsky, everything on my list manifested subliminal, and then you can just loop it. Willis, I'm going to a bunch of cities, Siena, Florence, Naples, Sardinia. I mean, Sardinia isn't a city, but you know. And 2 months. We're going to be there for 2 months. So we're going everywhere. But we haven't fully finished the itinerary yet. I mean, we have our places, but I kind of want to go to new places. Like, I've never been to Sicily. I want to go to Sicily because everywhere else that we're going, we've already been to. So I'm kind of trying to convince Stan to go somewhere new too, because I don't know, when we fall in love with a place, we just always want to be there. Like, we fell in love with Naples, we fell in love with Florence, we fell in love with Siena. But I also want to check out new places too, you know, like Italy has so much to offer, so many diverse things in it, meaning like there's mountains, there's beaches, there's city life, is just So much. I remember you used crystals, yeah? Malachite. Yes. Oh my god. Rachel, there are people, especially on TikTok. I don't know the TikTok's algorithm, but a lot of people on TikTok say like they just like remember my videos from like even 2020. I mean, I think I was talking about crystals in like 2020, 2021. I don't use crystals anymore, but I I think that's an assumption. Like everything is an assumption, but you can use it to your advantage for sure. It wasn't malachite, it was moldavite. That was scary. I still have it. I made like a little necklace with it. I'm kind of scared of touching it again. Like, while I do believe everything is an assumption, I think I have formed the assumption that moldavite like fucks your life up in the best way to completely give you everything that you want afterwards. But I'm like, I don't want to go through all of that. So now I'm going to answer questions. I'm going to do my makeup because I want to film a YouTube video after this. Don't know what I'm going to be filming yet, but hit me with your questions, especially if it's to do with finally financially free. Let me know. Hi, Gula. Easiest tip about detachment, get into the Sabbath state. Is this the same as the void state? No. The void state is more like everything is like neutral. You get into like a neutral state where nothing means anything and then you kind of build from that. The Sabbath state is like, oh, this is my fucking reality, you know? Yay for a change, I'm early, lol. Hi, Melody. Do you have to feel it real? I have changed my opinion on feeling it real multiple times. Like a crazy amount of times. I love feeling it real. I don't believe that it's like necessary, but I think that if you do it correctly, it does make the manifestation come faster. I do. From my experience. Oh my god, that scared me. Sorry, Instagram. I keep dropping y'all. Hi, Monica. Good morning, my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Ever since you told me I can manifest being with my SP and living in my fave city with my dream perfect job, I have felt so free. Thank you. Your words really click with me. I am so happy to hear that, Melody. You have no idea. Yes, crystal clear. I'm going to rewatch this live. This is a banger of a live. I mean, they all are, but yeah. I highly recommend everyone to rewatch this live. It's going to be up on YouTube and on my Instagram. Yes, this thing that you just told right now, it took me months to understand. I wish I knew this before. No, but the thing is that like this is the law of assumption, right? So it's not like math where it's like 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, it is like because it's like when you know that it's already done, it's gonna come into your life. But and manifesting is easy and manifesting is simple, but like you got to give yourself some slack and some grace. Sometimes you get confused, sometimes you get distracted, sometimes there's so much information that you get so excited and you try everything and then you change your mind about it all 5 times over, and that's okay, that's human, that's normal. And it's like the best thing to do is to just continue to keep going and learn what works the best for you. What, like, fuck what law of assumption says, Neville Goddard says, I say, anyone else says. Do it all, see what works for you the best, and that is what works for you, and that's it. So, you know, for you, that what I said is right. For someone else, it's robotic affirmations. It's all right. It's just for some people. Thank you for the heart. Carlos. What's up, Carlos? You know, for some people it's robotic affirming, for some people it's embodying the state. And they're all perfectly okay. It's just like you gotta be in that like mentality, in that mindset, like fuck it all. The thing that manifests the quickest for me is what I'm going to ride or die for, and everything else is bullshit. You just gotta, but you have to find what it is first, not blindly follow trends or what someone else says. You have to trial it all and see like, what did I actually manifest? Not did I feel better after this, or does this make sense, or is this the trendy thing? What have I manifested from this way of thinking? Not even technique, but way of thinking. Hi, Linda. So glad you're alive here. Always watch your YouTube videos. I love that. Thanks for the follow, Melody. Melody from YouTube. Are you the same Melody from Instagram? There's another Melody on Instagram. You have some competition. No, I'm joking. Ever since I started affirming I make XXX per annum, fixed at my dream perfect job in City M, I have been feeling so calm. Thank you, Rita. That's the Sabbath state. That is good when you're feeling calm, when you're not like, where is it? And you're like foaming at the mouth like a rabid animal. You're in the Sabbath state when you're calm, when you're peaceful. Hi, Graham. Hey, can we enter a complete different world in 10 days? Yes. My favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Hi, Life to Infinity. Good afternoon, Rita. Sissy, love you. Hi, Gina. Pretty. Thank you, Jessica. Your quantum leap video was very powerful. Leap to a reality where I make 10K per month. Before I didn't even had a bank account. Within 1 week, situation changed. Now I have my own business. Fuck, that's good. I just turned completely Australian and bogan after hearing that, because that made me very happy. Fuck, that's good, eh? I opened IG along with YouTube. Yes, it's me. Okay. Because I'm like, sounds familiar. I'm very happy to know all the way, but it gives me so much choices that I end up lost. You can try everything. Try one thing for a month and then try another thing. It's like, you may think, oh, that's a long time, but it's like, well, the time is going to pass anyways. You're either going to be still following the trends, or you're going to have a set plan of, okay, for 1 month, all I did was quantum leap, and that fucking got my manifestation in a couple of days. And I gave robotic affirming a fair go for a full month straight, and it didn't fucking work for me. So I'm not going to do that shit again. You know, like, it's okay to trial things. Yes, girl, my father how hated me, invested money on my business plan, and now I've got my manifestation. Fuck! That's so good. Congratulations. That is a very big feat, and you should be very proud of yourself. I follow you from all my IG accounts, so like 3 accounts. I love that. I'm losing my friends. Is it because of manifestation? Ooh, this is an interesting topic. I don't know about your situation, but in general, I would say yes, because this happened to me. And it's not like I lost. You're welcome, Maisie. I don't want to overgeneralize for every situation, but for me personally, yeah, like I got into law of assumption, and it's not like I alienated my friends away. No. Yeah, I alienated my friends away. It's not that my friends alienated me. It's that I started seeing the world in a more free way, and hanging out with other people became extremely limiting for me. I got nothing out of it. It was more, it felt like energetically I was being pulled down, and I would literally have to meditate and what's the word? With the stick, the smoke stick. I forgot the word. Like it's like you cleanse your home, but I was just like cleansing my energy. Yeah, cleanse, but it's like an actual stick. It's like a cool word for it. But you guys know what I mean. Sage, yes. I had to like sage myself every time like hanging out with people. And it's not because there's something wrong with them or they're wrong. It's just a completely different way of thinking that I didn't want to be a part of anymore. And it was it just wasn't it wasn't just not adding something to my life. It drained me completely. I've heard about smudging. I don't know what that is, but it's saging. It's definitely saging. Is it possible to enter in a different calendar date? Yes. What advice can you give to someone who just started manifestation? I'm a beginner. Your imagination creates. That's it, period. You can also watch my Law of Assumption 101 playlist. I highly recommend that. Or you can just YouTube search Rita Kaminsky Law of Assumption mega course. I actually created a free course on YouTube. It's 3 hours long. You don't have to watch the whole 3 hours. Even just the first video of that course will do wonders for you. All right, we're 40 minutes in and I haven't started my makeup. Let's do my makeup. Didn't even know I was wavering. So then I got a major 3D trigger and it finally clicked for me December 2025. Finally understood exactly what I wanted to do. Still learning, but I have come so far now. I love that. Where are you going? You look so beautiful. Thank you, Monica. No, I'm actually just filming a YouTube video after this, but I'm not sure what to film. Not because I run out of ideas. I have like 50 pages worth of YouTube ideas. It's just I haven't picked anything yet. If y'all want anything specifically for me, speak now or forever hold your peace. Where is my brush? There it is. Should I film like nothing's happened? I got so afraid with the creator. I had the worst dream this night about my SP. Yeah, who cares? Keep affirming. Should I listen to the same subliminal tape or should I make a playlist? Listen to the same subliminal tape. Can you make something for exams? A subliminal or a video? Because I've done both. You can just YouTube search. You're welcome, Linda. Speak now, forever hold your peace. That was part 2 of my previous comment where I said I understand totally why you alienated friends because I did too. Yeah, there's like no point of it. It just didn't make sense to me. It's like, why hold a gym membership when going to the gym just doesn't serve me? It's like I'm getting charged $70 a month when I'm not even going. And I'm not even losing weight from it. So why the fuck am I paying $70 a month? Have you got a video on the transition period? Holy shit, you stumped me there. I don't know. Stunning so much. Thank you. I actually don't know. Can you tell me? Can you YouTube search Rita Kaminsky transition period? I don't know. But if I haven't, I will definitely add it on the list. I did a recent video on quantum leaping, and I actually have created a quantum leap into a reality where you have good grades. I'm pretty sure. Just Google, YouTube search it. That was a slept on video. So a lot of people ask me specifically to do that. I'm like, guys, I've done it. You just haven't seen it yet. The funniest part, the second I went okay, they're draining my energy with their limiting beliefs and I don't want to talk to them anymore. They stopped contacting me on their own. Yeah, it's crazy. Like your reality just lines up to benefit you once you learn about law of assumption. You start thinking in your favor and it's like all of the people and circumstances, situations just I call it taking the trash out. The trash takes itself out. I don't need to do it. I don't need my man to do it. I don't need to do it. It just grows legs and walks out the door and puts itself in the trash. It's beautiful. Do you suggest high frequency guru for subliminal? Yes. Oh my god, I'm going to be really messy and say that I listened to her overnight subliminal and I got a mad nightmare and I got like I got so scared. This is really recent. But if something that I'm just going to share with you right now didn't happen, I would not trust her. But I listened to my own subliminal and it gave me a nightmare. And I know that I don't put anything in my own subliminal. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes your brain just has a little hissy fit. You tell it you're not getting any lollies today, and it goes down on the ground wailing and screaming and kicking its legs because it doesn't like what you just said. Can you imagine all your life you've been told you have to work hard for money, and then you're listening to a subliminal and it's like, you're worthy of money now. Your brain is going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you insane? Are you actually fucked in the head? So it's going to rebel against you. And I had to really calm my intensive coaching student down recently because they also got a nightmare from one of my subliminals, and she got so scared. And I'm like, I told her what I'm telling you guys now. So getting nightmares from subliminals is a total like myth. When people say, oh, there's something hidden in the subliminals, don't trust this subliminal maker because I got nightmares from their subliminal. Myth. This live is so slay. I'm a rewatch. You better work. You better work. I always listen to yours and then I don't have nightmares. Hell yeah, Linda. But yeah, no, high frequency guru is good. I actually included one of her subliminal in my espresso shot subliminal playlist bundle, which you can grab at ritakaminsky.com. I share like the top 17 subliminals that are the peak of YouTube, like the best subliminals to ever exist on the planet. And then I tell you why scientifically it's the best and how it's worked for me and how amazing it is, basically. I have listened to Self-Concept Subliminal from High Frequency Guru. I always get nightmares, and after that I stop. I listen to your Self-Concept. I never feel nightmares. I feel self-confident. Well, then, and the other thing that I should say is if a subliminal is consistently giving you nightmares, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something to do with the subliminal maker. It's just your subconscious mind just doesn't like that subliminal because of the affirmations. It's just rejecting it. So don't listen to it. Don't ever give yourself nightmares from subliminals. If everyone in the world is saying this subliminal literally gets me instant results the second that I listen to it, but you listen to it and you have nightmares, your mental health is more important than anything else on this planet. You should get that inside of your head right now. There's nothing more important on this earth than your mental health. So if you're getting a nightmare from a subliminal, just don't listen to it. It's very simple. Bro, I woke up crying once. It was so scary, but I figured my subconscious was just screaming at me to persist. Yeah, the nightmares can be really scary, and it's like they're not like, sometimes they're not like normal nightmares either. They are like way scarier. That's why I understand. If I was the beginner, I'd be like, why is everyone blaming subliminals? Like, why? How do you know that it was the subliminal that gave you nightmares? But it's like, because the nightmares that you get from specifically subliminals are like on another level. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street type shit. So you guys have to be very picky with your subliminals and what you let enter your mind. What do you do if you feel anxious or super anxious from robotic affirmations? You don't robotically affirm. What do you mean? If you feel shit doing anything, don't do it. You know? Your mental health is more important than anything else. Is it better to normal affirmations or subliminals for self-concept? That's a good question. Hi, Harshita. That is a good question. Xenia. You know what? Self-concept subliminals are the GOAT. You know why? I'll tell you why. We are very resistant to saying that we deserve something. So when you say, I'm worthy and deserving of this, when you have a low self-concept, yes, you can saturate your mind, it is going to work. But if you're super resistant to anything, and a lot of people are resistant to like self-concept work, then yeah, listen to subliminals. And listening to subliminals for self-concept reprograms your mind faster because you're not hearing the shit in your mind, like in your conscious, so your brain can't argue with you except for in the form of, nightmares. And if you have nightmares, like I said, don't listen to the subliminal, yada yada yada. But listening to subliminals is better than affirming if you are very highly resistant to it. For example, I will attest 90%, maybe 80% of my self-concept work to my own overnight self-concept subliminal. I've listened to that bad boy for 2 years straight, like every single night. And it's like my self-concept is impenetrable. True, because as a natural person, I was very resistant of this and impatient. Yeah. You're welcome, Xenia. Bro, I know, right? It's so dramatic and horror movie style, like literally horror shit. You can always take breaks from techniques and chill, it's fine. Yeah, exactly. Which one do you think is better, affirming the end state, feeling like saying thank you repeatedly, or affirming the goal itself? I think affirming for the goal itself. Like, I make $100,000 a month. And then if you can, like, feel it real, that would be even better. Finally, Financially Free is open for enrollment. Click the link in the pinned comments on the YouTube live or the first link in the description box. And it is also the one and only link in my bio of my Instagram and TikTok page. Oh my god, The Law and Promise. Literally my favorite Neville Goddard book of all time. I actually have to reread Feeling is the Secret. I really want to reread it. Hi, Meow Makes Art. Oh my god, how are you? Every time I see that photo of me holding the sunflower, I think of you. Because Meow Makes Art painted me with that photo, and it's beautiful, and it made my everything. Made me very happy. What are we doing? Oh my god, TikTok. Don't exit me out of my own life, please. I unfortunately need to sleep. It's almost 2 a.m. It was nice to lurk and catch you, Queen. Oh, good night, Brittany. Have a good sleep. Have a good time zone chat. Have you guys checked out my Don't Cry, You're Sexy subliminal that I just posted yesterday? I am posting the overnight version, like, in a few hours. I have Diet Pepsi stuck in my head right now. I love that song. I was like an Addison Rae hater, but then when she started making music, I'm like, what is it hate? Her music is amazing. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Oh my god, I'm good. How are you doing? I was thinking about your live sessions yesterday. Haha, I loved drawing you. I love that. Okay, wait, before I go, Addison Rae's self-concept, hello. Yeah, she's amazing. I really like her. And she's very like positive and smiley, and I like people like that. I just didn't understand her vibe when she was on TikTok. I was like, what the fuck did she get famous for? Like, she's not, I don't know. And then I kind of liked her when she became friends with Kourtney Kardashian. I'm like, she's actually kind of like, I like how smiley she is. And then when she started making music, I'm like, oh my god, I love this girl. Fame is a Gun is such a banger. When we try to manifest different dates, like time travel, how does it feel or what happens? You feel different. You feel it just feels natural. I can listen every day. Diet Pepsi or this live? Both, right? Um, Jessica, you feel like it's hard to pinpoint exactly the feeling, but you feel different. You feel more confident and more calm and like, yeah, this is how it should be. And then it something changes in the 3D. It's like something just shifts and things that didn't feel natural before start to feel natural. Like you might start to see changes towards your manifestations. Rita, can one move to another country without taking any action? Yes. Because the steps will just come naturally. The thing about action is it won't feel like effort. Exactly. Like I always say, you're always taking action. Like you watching this live is taking an action. You're taking an action to watch a live. So it won't feel like putting in the hard work. It will just feel like something like would you call getting a sandwich or eating a sandwich action? Like it is action. Yeah, of course. Of course, except for inspired action, you can move countries without taking any action. Secretly wishing for your cat to pop up in the live. Girl, she's right there. She's sleeping right there. I know you can barely see her. But she's like curled up. She is curled up. Haha, I love your cat. She's gorgeous. She's my little supermodel. Your cat is living the best life for real. She really is. Like everyone who comes to my house is like this isn't your house. This is like your cat's house. You're just living in it cuz the way that I set it up is just I set it up to her for her to just and Grayson to have like the best life ever, which is how it should be. I think that about my bunnies also. There are also 2 models. I made them on Instagram. Oh, that is so cute! What kind of bunnies are they? Like, what color? Are they, like, small, big? I was thinking ever since I moved to this house, we have a really big backyard, and I was thinking of getting bunnies. But I just really gotta be careful because of the cats, you know? But, you know, I have a bird and everything's fine. You always said to do what makes you right now happy while manifesting, but I'm tired of doing this now. I don't have anything to make myself happy. Can't find anything. You're tired of doing what makes you happy? That's one that I've never heard before. Kushi? Wow. I don't know. Like, it's not it's not like hard work. It's just it doesn't have to even be happy. This is what people get stuck on, and I try to remind people as much as possible. Like, it doesn't need to do with happy. It can be like, what feels the most natural to do for you right now? Someone says, I think you're just bored. Yeah, like, what is the first thing that pops up in your mind? Use your common sense and be safe. Don't hurt anyone. Don't hurt yourself. But, you know, what is the first thing that pops up in your mind? Even if it doesn't make sense to do, like go for a walk, going on TikTok, whatever, or on Instagram, whatever. The girl Snow White is white and the boy Tuss has brown, white, and black. They're lion heads. That's so cute. Aww. What's it like having pet rabbits, Linda? I used to have a guinea pig, and he was literally the cutest thing in the world. Yes, they're the best. Love them so much. The beginning was a bit tricky to make them like each other, but now they're best friends. Oh my god. Are they sassy? That is so funny. Oh god, I have Diet Pepsi stuck in my head. This is why I make subliminals, because I just have songs stuck in my head and I hope that they just leave me alone after I finish a subliminal. But this one is just not leaving. I apologize. I just for the singing, but I just can't. It's in my head. It won't get out. Losing all my innocence in the backseat. Need to eat exact same time or they get mad. They're like, you better not be picking favorites. You screamed Diet Pepsi and your cat woke up. Mishka, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's used to me being crazy. I love your makeup style. Hi, Shirley. Thank you so much. Losing all my innocence in the backseat. Hi, taxi lady. The best mama ever. Thank you. She enjoys a bit crazy. We do. Aww. Advice for weight loss without working out. I like to visualize myself standing on the weights and seeing my like desired number. And just knowing that it is the truth for me now. And then whatever happens from that point on is what is going to lead me to that. You might just like eat and literally still lose weight, or you just won't want to eat it, or like whatever, or I don't know. I don't know, but it happens. It will happen. It's like that's why people say it's not your job, because the second that you move into the state of being your desired weight, everything after that, as long as you are consistently in the state of someone with that, of the you that is the desired weight, is gonna come. Do you know what I mean? Finally Financially Free is open for enrollment. There's 3 days left to enroll, and after that, it is closed. It is shut down. So if you want to manifest money, any specific amount of money or any generic amount of money, link is in the bio for Instagram and TikTok, and it is in the pinned comments in the YouTube live section in the chat, and the first link in my description box on YouTube. Losing all my innocence in the backseat. Say you love, say you love, say you love me. Or you'll move to a different city and move around so much and all your weight will drop off. Literally, like, you don't know how it's gonna happen, but it's just gonna happen. And it's gonna happen naturally. It might literally be you get into the reality where you're literally that weight, so the next morning you wake up, you weigh yourself, and you're literally your desired weight. Or it will happen in the path of least resistance. It all depends on you how resistant you are. But just go with the flow. Your only job is to stay in the state of being that weight, that desired weight. What can I do when it feels like time is running out? Time is running out for what? Like, time doesn't exist. It's like everything is just a social construct created by other humans. Literally, that is all that time is. Like, one day I'm 29 and then the next day I'm 30. But who decided that? A country in Africa, I think it's Ethiopia. Their time is 7 years before ours. So if you feel like time is running out, move to Ethiopia. I don't know, because they're in 2017 right now by their specific calendar. Like, who gets to decide? It's us. It's humans. Does that put things into perspective? It's a man-made thing. God didn't declare time is a thing. Exactly. I can change my hair type with affirmations. Whatever you want your hair type to be. If I'm like, I have blah blah hair, you know? Listen to hair subliminals. I have one. But I would pick one that's just like straight to the point and consistently say it whenever you're thinking about your hair, and like also just don't look in the mirror. Girl, can I have a word of, yeah, you can get your dream life before I go to sleep? I'm having a rough ending of college period. You can get what you want because the law of assumption is real. It is whatever you think it is. So if you embody the you that is living their dream life now, reality will have no choice but to make that a reality. Like heaven and earth will move for that to happen. So if you just stay in the state consistently right now and use sats, you will wake up in your dream life tomorrow. It just has to happen. When you get into the state, Neville Goddard says, and this has happened to me and thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people, whether it's one person or 1,000 people, situations, locations, circumstances, things, anything, whatever, they will move to aid you in the fulfillment of your desire. No matter what, it just shit will move and it will make no logical sense, but it will just happen. So, Lizzie, do your sats tonight and you will get your desired life. You're welcome, Shirley. I want to know what your height is, Rita, if you don't mind telling us. You look super tall. Goals, height for real. I'm 169 centimeters. So I think that's 5'6". Can we manifest many things at the same time, like perfect health, abundance, flow of wealth, desired career? Yes. Love, love, lots of love for you. I love your videos. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Lizzie. Have a good night. Whoa, so cool. Thanks, Melody. I can move this now, actually. I don't need to be sitting. I'd finished my makeup. It's 6 p.m. I'm gonna film my YouTube video and film a short and edit my YouTube video. Yeah, but I'm gonna head out kind of soon. So if you have any questions for me, fire right ahead. If you have any questions about finally financially free, it is closing in 3 days. So let me know. Let me know your questions. Losing all my innocence in the backseat. You look so, so beautiful, looking so slay. Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Monica. That means so much to me. Guys, the link to enroll to FFF, Finally Financially Free, is in the pinned comment on YouTube, and it is the very first link in the description of YouTube, and it is also the first and only link in my bio on Instagram and TikTok. So click that link, take a look at the information, the testimonials, the course breakdown. I promise you, you will not regret enrolling in Finally Financially Free. You will have it forever, and it's just the best blueprint to manifesting money, period, because I've done it time and time again with this blueprint. It takes you from A to Z, from broke to financially free. How do you get the feeling when you don't know how your desire feels when you have it? That's a good question. I want to ask you a question though. why do you want it then? Why do you want your desire if you don't know how it's going to feel? Genuine question. Also wanted to say thank you because my SP subliminal made me come back after 3 days, and he said he was crying all day for me. Thank you so much for changing my life. Period. Slay. I'm screenshotting that. Thank you for sharing that. That is amazing. I'm manifesting for my parents to get off my back. How do I keep persisting when I live with them? You go within as much as you possibly can, and eventually your feelings and your thoughts and your reality is going to shift no matter what interactions you have with your parents. It's just like naturally you're going to not give a shit about the 3D anymore because you've lived so much in your imagination. I have so much of this energy drink left, guys, but it's actually really good. Hi, Tina. But yeah, like, okay. I never experienced financial freedom, for example, Nia, right? I've never experienced financial freedom before manifesting financial freedom, but I just conducted with reasoning, common sense, and logical, practical thinking. Like, how would it feel if I was financially free? You don't have to be like a psychic to know 100% how you're going to feel. You just have fun with it. Like, I don't know, how do I know I'm straight if I've never had sex with someone that's the opposite sex? Like, you just know. Does that make sense? Like, you just know what you like. How do I know I want to go to Japan if I've never been to Japan? I've been to Japan. But these are all just examples. Do you know what I mean? SP messaged you, Tina? That's such a good answer. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Nia. Yeah, I've heard that people had an issue like that. Like they don't know how to feel something when they've never experienced it. But that's what I tell people, because it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just use your imagination. It's just you let your want and your desire of that thing to guide you and really live in that desire. Have fun with it. Stew in it. Tina, tell me more about this, please, because I remember you were having issues. You said your SP rejected you literally 2 days ago. What happened and what did you do? Congratulations. Can I manifest exact exam result without even studying? Yes. All right, guys, I am heading out. I'm going to film a YouTube video that will be up tomorrow. I love you all so much. Don't forget to check out Finally Financially Free. It will be closed for enrollment in 3 days. click the link in my bio on Instagram and TikTok to enroll, or click the link in the pinned comments in the chat, or the very first link in the description box down below on YouTube. It's all about how to manifest money. People have already seen crazy shifts and changes. A photographer manifested an old client back, and this is just early days because the course literally just came out. So check it out yourself. In layman's terms, it's how to manifest the amount of money that you want. Whether it's, hey, Rita, I want to have $1 million no matter what in my bank account right now, to I want to have 10K in my business every single month easily, or I want to get a promotion in my job, or I never want to have to work a day in my life. I just want to receive money. I just want to have $1 billion. No matter what it is, this course is about how to manifest exactly the amount that you want with ease, and how to do it in a way where it sticks. So you're not just doing it and then it all falls apart. You'll get it. You'll get it quickly and it'll stick. All right? I love you all so much. Thank you for everything. Love you. Thank you, Shirley. I love you too. And I will see you guys in that YouTube video. I'm also posting the sexy subliminal overnight version in a couple of hours. That will be live. For the Goddess members, I'm pretty sure it already is live. And yeah, I love you guys. Have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Check out Finally Financially Free, and I will see you later. Bye, everyone.